Welcome. I'm here with Jacques Baudry-Losique and Jim Warren, founder and inventor from Enginuity. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you with us. How are you both doing?
Great.
Great. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Pleasure to have you with us. Obviously, with a facility here in Detroit. Really excited to talk to you guys about some of the things you're doing at Enginuity. So, Jacques, I'd like to start things off with you. Can you tell us why Enginuity Power Systems, you feel, is poised to lead the energy revolution with your next generation energy efficiency innovation?
Yeah, Enginuity is at the cusp of the convergence of multiple mega trends right now: the energy transition, the opening up of the grid to distributed energy, the demand of homeowners and small businesses for reliable power, and actually the move toward smart and smarter homes in the world. So Enginuity has developed a all-in-one appliance that can provide for all the homes and small businesses electricity and heating needs across the board, and can also exchange power with the grid to take advantage of market conditions. We call that new unit the E1.
Fantastic. And then, Jacques, tell us, what are some of the sustainable and clean energy benefits of Enginuity's products? Can you go into a little more detail there?
Yeah, I mean, using our E1 will allow us from D1 for any user from day one to reduce about 50% of their greenhouse gas emissions. Buildings are a very important source of carbon emissions in this country. And, installing an E1 is almost like the equivalent of taking one car off the road. I think by producing the power on site and by reusing the heat from our power device enables a very high efficiency operation, which essentially reduce all kind of emissions to the environment.
Absolutely. And speaking of it being such a hit too, can you talk about how the buildings and appliance industry as a whole have kind of received this transformative power innovation and micro combined heat? What's the reception been like so far?
Well, we've attended a number of shows, and at every single show we've attended, we've won awards. In the history of the International Builders Show, which is a huge show, it's 3,500 industry exhibitors from all across the world. No one's ever won more than one award. And we took our unit there, our E1, and the first year we won 3 awards, which is 3 times the number that anyone has ever won. We got Best Energy Efficient Product, Best New Home Product, and we actually got Best in Show, which is a tremendous achievement for a small company on their first time out. So if you look at that kind of feedback from the industry, people that really understand what this system is and what it does has been incredible for us. And, Pulte Homes was one of the judges. I mean, the people there really understand the industry and understand the impact that our system can have.
Oh, absolutely. And Jacques, I'm going to tee off of that too, kind of segue into the next part of this. But when we're looking at the potential addressable market and just the valuation opportunity here, what's the viable commercial market for Enginuity's products?
Well, the market for our product is virtually limitless. So basically, our product can be sold to hundreds of millions of sites across the world for any home or small businesses that use natural gas or propane today and can benefit from our system. In the US alone, that translates into more than 80 million sites for our first product, E1. Our initial target is to reach about 400,000 units sold per year based on the very low percentage capture of retrofit and new home opportunities.
Terrific. Now, I'm going to tee into a slightly different topic, but tell us a little bit about the grant you were recently awarded by the Department of Defense. Tell us how you're inventing reliable, sustainable, safer, portable energy for military deployment. Obviously, doing this in the arena that you're already in, but how does this play into the military side of things?
Yeah, Enginuity has developed a derivative product of the E1 called the Ruggedized Intelligence Hybrid Generator Set, or we call it the RIHGS. And the product is destined for government and commercial applications and provide all the advantages of a generator combined with a battery. I believe the Department of Defense is very interested in that product because of its high level of power density, its reliability, and its form factor. And we look forward to a very long, productive partnership with the Department of Defense.
Certainly. And then Jim, kind of taking that in a slightly different direction, but along the same vein, how is Enginuity innovating for the energy smart home of the future?
Well, what we're doing is we're taking 3 appliances and condensing them down into one. your furnace, your water heater, and of course the energy that you get from the grid. You're going to make this yourself. You're going to have basically your own home power plant. But it's more than that, because it's going to be integrated into the home as you know, our tagline is smart homes deserve smart power, and that's what we're providing. Smart power. You know, the grid just simply supplies you whatever it is you ask for, whereas we manufacture it on demand. We create the power on demand. We create the hot water on demand. So we not only take you off the grid, thereby reducing the strain on the grid, but also within the context of the home, there's a whole algorithm that reduces your home's carbon footprint more than you would just simply installing the system, by making the power intelligently at the exact right time.
Absolutely. And then for kind of a final look at this, and as we're recapping and looking at the future, obviously all of the success and the significant progress you've made thus far, notwithstanding the awards, the legitimacy you guys have already put into the market. Let's talk about the future just a little bit to close this out here. Jock, can you give us a sneak peek of anything big on the radar or the horizon that we should be looking for from Enginuity into next year?
Yeah, Enginuity is going 100 miles an hour toward commercializing its products. I would like to put on your radar that not only are we commercializing the E1 and the RIHGS system that I've already mentioned earlier, but we're also building a very popular product called the E2, which is a much larger version of the E1 that's really targeted to support the needs of small businesses like quick service restaurants, or any business that uses high thermal needs. And you should hear a lot more of that in 2022. Just because there's been a tremendous amount of market demand and requests for us to expedite the development of this product for the marketplace. So a lot more news from Enginuity in 2022. Stay tuned.
Yeah, right now today, if you look at these restaurants in whether it's in California, or we just had a power outage yesterday in the Midwest, a huge power outage. 350,000 homes and businesses lost power. If you had the E2 or the E1, you would wake up in the morning and everything would be constant. It's that security that the system provides, both for homes and for restaurants and for small businesses, where everything depends on power. Your whole life depends on power. You've got to have it. And when you don't, it's a crisis. So we can actually have the security. You can get the security that you currently get from the grid, and you've got it yourself. You're making it yourself.
Fantastic. Well, certainly looking forward to watching that come to life over 2022. Very many exciting things on the horizon to pay attention to. Jacques Beaudry-Lozic, the CEO, and Jim Warden, founder and inventor, Enginuity. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Thank you.